Are you looking for more tips on how to sit with low back pain? So in our last video, we showed you how to find your correct sitting posture. We'll link it below, but if you have any questions, I definitely refer to that one first because it really helps to be able to find the position that works best for your body. Here at Physical Therapy for Everybody, we don't believe that there's one size fits all, but we do believe that there's techniques that we can teach you that help you find the best positions for your body. So watch that video so you can learn what works best for your body. However, there are a couple things that we have found work pretty universally for people, and it may not be what you want to hear, but if you have low back pain, I strongly recommend that you implement these techniques as well as finding your optimum position. All right, first one, you have to stop crossing your legs. I know, and especially ladies, I know. I have this problem too. I understand it. I get tired, I want to cross my legs. I'm just used to doing it because that's how we were raised or whatever. But crossing your legs throws your pelvis off. And when your pelvis is off, your spine cannot stack up correctly. So it's really important to sit with both feet on the ground, preferably with your feet underneath your knees. That gives you the most stable position for prolonged sitting. The next one is that you also want to avoid having your legs straight out in front of you. So now this is more when you're like lounging on the couch or something like that. Maybe you're binging Netflix or reading or something like that. If you have low back pain, having your legs straight out in front of you for a prolonged period of time puts your back in a very flexed position. Now, over time, this can cause things to stretch out, and then when you get off the couch, it can become very painful. And there's some people who put their legs straight out in front of them and then cross them. So this is a double no-no, right? Because your legs are straight out and they're crossed, so your pelvis is in an abnormal position, and then you're also hyperflexing your spine. That's going to cause problems and aggravation if you have low back pain. So I need you to avoid that. Again, if you're going to be sitting and watching TV, you could have both feet flat on the floor. And if you have a deeper couch and you're like, I can't get my feet on the floor when I'm sitting on my couch, stack some pillows behind you to support your low back while you're sitting on the couch so you have a good, comfortable position for your spine. All right, the next thing is super controversial, and a lot of people tell me they've never heard this before. Most of the time, people believe that your knees and your hips should be in line with each other. So there should be a 90-degree bend in your knee and a 90-degree bend in your hip. I actually do not prefer that. So I'm going to be super controversial here and tell you that I prefer to have your hips above your knees. And the reason why is it allows your pelvis to drop forward a little bit, which makes it easier for that spine to stack up on top. So I know that's probably not what you've heard before, and it sounds super controversial. Try it for yourself. If you have like an adjustable height chair, try sitting with your knees straight out from your hips, and then sit there for a couple minutes, see how that feels, and then raise the chair up just like an inch or two, not a lot, just a little bit, so your feet are still securely on the floor. That gives the hips a little bit more opening, allows that pelvis to rotate forward a little bit more. I think you're gonna feel like your spine can stack up a little bit easier on your chair. I understand it's controversial. Try it for yourself and see which one works better for your body, all right? And the last one, of course, is not controversial because you've heard this so many times before, but I'm here to remind you again, you need to avoid sitting for prolonged periods of time. So I've had patients who work on computers. I've had them set a timer on their computer so it just goes off, so it automatically shuts you out of your computer. I know that's super controversial as well, and you don't have to do that if that doesn't work for you. You can set a timer on your phone, but you need to get up at least every hour, walk around, do some gentle stretches, go to the bathroom, drink some water, always a good idea because we're generally dehydrated, which also makes you need to get up later on and go to the bathroom, so it's a double win. And make sure you're getting up at least every hour and walking around and moving your body. The biggest problem we see is that prolonged sitting for long periods of time, when we really get locked into what we're doing, causes problems. Now, if you have a sit to stand desk and you can adjust it, I recommend sitting for an hour, standing for an hour, sitting for an hour, standing for an hour. I am not a fan of standing all day long because, again, I feel like that's a prolonged position that you're in when you're standing, right? Which that's what I want to change, right? I want to get you in different positions throughout the day so your body doesn't become adjusted and just kind of compressed down. All right, I hope those tips are helpful with your low back pain. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us at 425-658-4944. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.